You're weird.
I know. That's what makes us so much fun.
Yes.
We are the short bus of Hot Wheels.
Hey, speak for yourself, brother.
Well, no, we're not. We're the fun group of Hot Wheels. Just like everybody else is.
Yep.
All right. Good evening, everyone. And thanks for tuning in tonight. We're going to let the crowd build up here. I know Aaron still has his auction going on. So if you're over there watching, you are more than welcome to keep on watching and catch the replay later. Or you can come hang out with us.
What's up, Hot Wheel Hunter? Mr. Anglin, how you doing tonight? What's up, Mr. Kent?
Tonight's drink is brought to you by
a side of a can.
A side of a can, wrong. Yeah.
There you go.
And
can't take you anywhere.
Water.
Yes, the traditional bottle of water.
Don, when's your show? When's your next show? Since we've got a few minutes here. Aloha to you as well.
What's up, Mr. Joseph Zahn? How's the racing going?
Come on, where's the feed at? There it is. All right, like I said, we're getting everybody built up in here.
Yep, we're up to 7.
Woohoo! Hey, we got a good show tonight. I know. Club. We're going to talk about the club car voting so far.
That ended today, didn't it?
Ended at 4. The second round did.
And I haven't even checked to see if there was any major change on it.
No major changes. I'm actually a little surprised at how things turned out.
That last week had someone
roll
over me. Wow, that's crazy, Joe.
Yeah.
Glad you didn't get hurt. Hopefully he rolled over you and not on top of you.
Yeah, that would not be good. Oh, we got a couple shows we want to talk about. Yeah, Joe, I'm glad you're okay. I know we've talked a little bit. You had some crazy stories so far. And like they say, rubbin's racing. All right, let's get into it.
All right.
We'll let a few people build up here, and they can catch up. Yeah, there are upset. Our Cinderella didn't make it too much further.
And technically, there was no voting machine. It was a poll. So, but since we started talking about that, let's continue about that.
All right, so we're going to go over the club car results. We're going to go over the first 2 rounds. The Bone Shaker against the Rajin Express, and along with the Chevelle versus the 442. Cyclone.
And do you have the paper that you drew up?
No, I left that upstairs.
Okay. Well, we have a picture of it. I've got a picture of it. We have the bracket. We didn't just put cars with where we wanted them to go or anything. Mail-in votes have not been sent in yet.
We used the bracket. How we set up the bracket was how Braxton
pulled
them out.
The names out of the box.
So that's how that went. So first round was Bone Shaker against Rajin Express, or Rajin Express. 64 Chevelle Coupe against Olds 442. The GMC Cyclone against the Anglia Panel. 8 Crate versus 67 Mustang Coupe. And I would say 2 were close and 2 were not so close in the first round. The Bone Shaker and the Raging Express that was pretty handy. 56-12 there. Two very cool castings. Just I thought the Raging Express would do better than that.
Yeah.
And we put the pictures up too so that folks could see what they were looking at. Hi, Miss Deblin Payne. How is Sturgis doing for you? That Datsun Z car that you sent was pretty cool. It's a motorcycle with a Datsun 280 or 240 Z over the top of it. It's pretty cool looking.
Nice. Mr. Riley's in the house. What's going on?
Second bracket, the Chevelle versus the 442. This was probably one of the closer ones, or one that seemed to be about going back and forth for a little bit. It looked good for the Chevelle, or for the 442 for a day or so, and then sorry, PJ.
Chevelle's win.
The Chevelle pulled it out at the end. Cyclone versus Anglia panel. Again, two really cool castings, old school, new school. And the Cyclone pretty much won that from the get-go, 59-16. That was the highest vote getter in that round. And the last pairing, and I think this is where an upset occurred, but it really shouldn't be an upset, in my opinion. 8 Crate versus 67 Mustang. 8 Crate pulls it out at the end. Again, this was another one where it went back and forth, and then, 8 Crate by a slight 44-36 win. And that was your first round, folks. Any comments off of that? Brent, what are your thoughts?
I'm happy with the way things went. I wish there would have been, some more people voting. But then again, that's just the way the RLC is with the selections. There's hundreds of thousands of members, and they normally will get
maybe 10%,
if that. So, I mean, it's nothing new, but I was hoping for more people to vote, because that was one of the big concerns, was that, you guys wanted to pick the club car. And we just wish there would have been more people that wanted to vote for the club cars. That's me, at least. I mean, I like to see a tight race when it ever comes to picking castings. So, and, I can't wait to see what the castings will be for next year. I know that I'm going to throw some rogue ones out that may be of the Japanese descent. So who knows, I want to see some cool new stuff next year, and I'm looking forward to either the Cyclone or the Chevelle. So, well,
seeing how you just segued right into that.
Oh, did I jump ahead? Sorry.
No, you're good. So we'll go back and talk about the first round if anybody wants to comment on it. But we'll move on to the second round. And in the second round, we had the Bone Shaker versus the Cyclone, and the Chevelle versus the 8 Crate. I'm going to be honest. I thought the Cyclone Bone Shaker poll was going to be way different than what it turned out.
I would agree with you on that one.
I am actually kind of
yes, Joseph, you are right on that one. But it is a cool Bronco.
Oh, man. I think we're all trying to figure out, how do we get that free bike?
Yeah.
I don't know about that one. That's just insane. But that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I really thought the Bone Shaker would make that a lot closer than what it was. I really did. I know we have some hardcore Bone Shaker fans in here, and those folks did vote. And I thought there would be some more closet fans in there that we didn't know about. But the results were 50-25 in favor of the Cyclone. So that was pretty commanding right there, in my opinion. And then, Brett, I think you're going to be pretty happy with how the other one turned out. I feel bad because the 8 Crate kind of stole the show in the first round. I thought it may have had enough guts or enough gas to get past the Chevelle here, but in the end, it wasn't enough, and the Chevelle win 54-20.
But I mean, I did vote for the Chevelle. Chevelles have a very soft spot in my heart for years. But honestly, if it would have been the Cyclone versus the 8 crate, I probably would have voted for the 8 crate because that's a really cool casting. And I know my own brother voted for the 8 crate. So,
well, my thing is the final four was, as Nathaniel Long said from Indiana. He says all 4 castings are great. We're not losing out on whatever car we picked, or whatever car won, I should say. All 4 of those cars were really, really good. Yeah. Quit sniffing my JDM, Murph.
Long live the long roofs.
Yes,
I'm with you. You can't tell, but there's in the case behind me. Here, wait a minute. There's an 8 crate right there. There's an 8 crate right there. And there is a bone shaker up here. So, I mean, there's 3. I mean, I have some Cyclones over here, but they're the Johnny Lightning ones. But one of these days, my view is going to get better. So, and I'll be able to actually be able to see more stuff that's behind me. So,
all right, there's our first nomination for next year.
Yeah, we can. I think Dave would kill us, but we can make that the #1 nomination so far for next year.
You know what? We've survived the Volvo, so
this is true. He did not kill us in Atlanta like he. I don't know. I felt like he wanted to a little bit, but
yeah, he was. But I think it made up because we were super happy.
This is true.
So let's talk about the final round here. Chevelle versus
the Cyclone. Carne asada. Oh, good Lord. The carne asada taco car. Oh, Deb, you're killing me.
Makes me want to eat.
I just had dinner. I'm actually not hungry at all. So, but I think I don't know if we want to jump down the fantasy casting rabbit hole, but I suppose we can add it to the list. We can put food on food car.
I think we have to at some point.
Yeah, we will. I just think we could wait a little longer.
So
that's me.
What's your pros? Okay, what's your pros for the Chevelle? Why do you think the Chevelle?
Let's see. Well, again, I'm a diehard Chevelle guy. My dad had 65 Chevelles my entire life. I currently have a 79 Chevelle, and my dad has a 80, and my brother has a 78, and my dad also has a 65 wagon. So, I mean, it's kind of in my life. Other than that, it's a cool car. It's an old 60s. It's got the big motor. It's got the rake. It's got solid chrome rear bumpers and front bumpers on it. It just has that hot rod look to it, which I really like. And I think it would be more of the wheels would be more like a 5-spoke Kreger look to them for real riders, whether they'd be the Hot Wheels style or, wherever the rims come from. As a Cyclone guy, I'm more of a Typhoon guy, but since the Cyclone is the closest we can get to it, I'd like to see that with a more pro touring style rim on it. Maybe something like, wheels like this.
Okay, that new 10-spoke.
Yeah, just something with a more aggressive pro touring style look to it. I'd like to see maybe some black wheels on it, or if they do, or we could have the wheels painted. I think it'd be cool to do like blue rims with the black tires on it, something like that. I think that would look pretty cool. I mean, we know the car is going to be white because that's just the easiest way to put the tampos on. but I think, we can spice it up with the color choice of the wheels. Maybe put like a chrome blue or a chrome red or, something like that on there just to make it stand out against the rest of the field. But I still think that if the Chevelle does win, that I think it would need to be a chrome 5-spoke and maybe put some flames on it or some racing stripes or something along those lines.
See, this is where I really differ. And on the Chevelle, it's got to be something like you just showed. To me, I like that resto mod look.
So you want a pro touring style Chevelle?
Yes,
I wouldn't hate against, but
I like that contrast and for the for the Cyclone, I would do something more traditional like that 5-spoke, black or red or something along that lines, even pink for that matter. I mean, we're going to go bold. Let's go bold. What do you guys think? What would you like to see as far as maybe wheel choice or wheel color? Do we want to do all basic wheels again, or did you guys like the mix of the basic wheel and the Real Riders, or do you want to go all Real Riders? So let's hear it from y'all out there.
What are you guys thinking, and ladies?
Devin is wearing her probably special outfit up in Sturgis, and we'll just say that it's a special outfit.
Be true. That's the thing, this is your guys' car just as much as it is ours. The more feedback we get, the more, we can tell, Dave and be like, hey, so this is what they were thinking. Do a poll. Okay, so we can do that. We can definitely do that. Well, we maybe can do Alex's Real Riders, and I think I'm leaning more towards Alex's choice as well.
Yeah.
What we'll do, I think, is we can do a whoever wins. We'll put up a, say if the Chevelle wins, we'll put up a pro touring style or classic hot rod style, and do the same thing with the truck. Do like a classic 5-spoke Kreger or a pro touring style, and then once we figure out the styles, we can maybe pick, see what we'll get a hold of Dave and see what we can find out for rims, and see if we can get a couple of options for rims, and we can pick out the rim colors too.
Yeah. No, I think you're right there, Nick. If we give people choices and options, it gives them some more ownership of the process, and that's what we like. We like seeing what you guys think, so that way it's just not a admin team or executive committee picking everything out. So
yeah,
we want, good point there, Nick. We want your guys' input.
Yeah. But I think that, whatever poll will be the eventual winner, we'd end up going with just the one. I don't know if we would make 2 different styles, because then you've got to order multiple sets of wheels from different places, and it just makes the cost of the car go up overall.
Yeah.
So,
and we want to keep, keep things affordable for you guys, keep them affordable for the club, and provide you that high quality product that you guys have gotten the last 2 years. And we will go from there. Personally, whether it's the Chevelle or the Cyclone, I think we win either way. We haven't done a hot rod or a muscle car of any sort, and we have not done a pickup of any sort, and either one of them are just going to be super cool.
mm-hmm.
Muscle cars are done a little bit more often in this area, basically because it's this area. The pickup would be cool. I am not going to lie about that.
Yeah. Give everyone a choice for the poll, but Dave gets the final say. Well, that's just it. I mean, Dave is he came up with the designs. He came up with the overall Tampo design work. But I think that we're still gonna, I think we're gonna let him run with that too, because I think that's what we want to do. But if we get to pick the wheels, at least, we get a little bit more of an input. Hey, Dallas, and Dallas wants the donut car too. So that's 2 votes for the donut car, and we ain't even started. So we definitely need the donut car is going to be a choice for 2022. So
just remember, we got to source all of those too. So
yep, yeah, donut car. Ooh. I got a few of them around here somewhere.
I got a few of them around my stomach. That's because I keep eating too many donuts.
I don't know if it had more surface area. I'd say we do a duck, but Dave would literally kill me.
So. The duck would be so cool.
Well, the problem with the duck is it's a plastic base, or it's a metal base, but it's a plastic body, so the screws are going to be hard to get back in. Actually, you can just heat them up and pop it out, but finding the wheels, there's really nowhere to put anything.
There's too much hate with that one. I would see coming.
I just don't think there's enough surface area. We got to have not necessarily flat cars, but we want to have something with some sides or some trunk or some hood or some roof. Yeah. We want to be able to have space to put logos at. That's how we ended up, with the van first off, because it had the big sides. I don't have my wagon down here next to me, but again, we used up the sides and the roof, and if we start doing things like, I don't know, I put everything away. I don't have any toys to play with around here.
All right, I think we've talked about the car enough now.
I got off on a tangent.
Let's get into let's talk about the suggestion box.
Okay, go ahead.
PJ did a video last week before we did. Okay, gasser's going to go in there. We'll have a gasser. We haven't done one of those yet.
Nope.
Last week, PJ did a separate video without the show. Basically, what he read, the comment is we want drinks and or some sort of food with that. I'm totally down for drinks. If we will do that, we will have that in Ashland. Actually, we'll probably keep it simple, down to water, and a few pop different choices. Sodas. Yeah, and we'll just keep it at that. And we're gonna make it affordable for you. We haven't discussed what the price per thing is, but you're not going to be going to Walmart and paying $1.89 for a 20-ounce bottle of Pepsi or Coke. So we'll keep it relatively inexpensive. There's Deb's input, very good input as well. So we will take that into consideration as well. What else would you guys like to see as far as do you want like different drinks than what we've mentioned? Do you want like maybe candy bars? I don't know. I don't think we'll be able to make food per se because I think there's some extra things that go with that, like health safety courses and things like that. So, okay, so there we go. Deb can hook us up with that.
That works. That's what I was thinking about getting myself, just so I could, because there's a Costco up the street. Well, not really up the street, but on my way out of town, we'll go that route.
So I think those would be excellent ideas. What say y'all out there in the land of face? Other things that we talked about food, hamburgers, hot dogs. I think those are definitely options. Maybe, a pizza, sliced pizza, or something like that. If we move or if we find another location somewhere, there is a possibility that might open up as well. I think Nick says it best here, just to keep it simple.
Yeah, I think a couple different flavors of drinks and some waters, and and the nice thing about that is with food, if you don't sell it, it goes in the trash, so you lose money. With drinks, they can be cold, and then they can get warm again, and then they can get cold again.
No,
Not,
Don.
yeah, they're not. Some of them do, but they're not open when we're there. So
yeah, so we would have to be self-sufficient in that aspect, right? And there is that too, but we're not competing against them because they're not actively open during that time frame. But yes, you're right. Most places won't allow you to do that if they have a service available. Yeah. But a very good point as well. And while we got you here, Don, when is your next show? Because we had a good time up there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, dug around in the big kid toy lot again.
Always. Got to. You never know what you're going to find in those things.
August 22nd again at the Military Heritage Alliance, 9 to 2 for that as well. So if you are in need of tables or wanting more information, please reach out to Don on that. And Joseph comes back.
I think we'd have to talk to them to see what they want to do. But I think that maybe it would be whoever's running, whoever's sitting at the desk.
At the table. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Because, I know that, me and Kent spent, we spend time at the desks too. It's just not for certain folks to do. I mean, I have no problem sitting at a desk for a couple hours selling drinks and food.
It's a great way to hobnob with folks, so to speak, and not have to worry about selling something.
Yeah, because you can kind of sit and relax and take the trader fees and and say hi to everybody and sell T-shirts and stickers and maybe a soda or two. So
a cool, tasty beverage.
Yep.
So yeah, I think we will do that. I know we talked about it a little bit, I think, in the admin meeting a couple weeks ago, but I think that's probably going to happen. And we'll just see how it works, how it does, how people behave with it. If they're going to run around and make a mess, which I don't foresee.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We should talk about that too, Joe.
Oh, yeah. We got to bring up. I forgot about that. Mainly because I'm horrible at sports. So
Joe did a fantasy football league for a few of us that wanted to participate in that. And I think we're doing it just merely for bragging rights right now. But Joe, if you are more than welcome to come on and give the sports report for that every Thursday and make some fun of us at our own expense. So you are welcome to do about that. But yes, that was a very good idea. Way to take charge of that. I think that worked out well, other than me screwing up and putting myself in there twice. So we had to create a second league. My bad.
And I think we could find something for a prize.
I think so.
I've actually got an idea already, so I'm going to do some homework. I'm not in the league, so I can come up with a prize. When we'll get a fantasy championship belt.
Oh, let's see. As long as
I got ideas.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there you go.
Even better.
I like that. Well, we'll just go with that.
All right. Well, I'm still if I can find my idea, I'm gonna find it and I'll donate that to the cause as well. So
maybe we'll have like one for the first place guy and one for the last place guy. I don't know. Well, Joe, you come up with something and we'll make it work. Okay, so we talked about the suggestion box, and now let's talk about a couple shows coming up. I mean, obviously, September 19th, we're going to be in Ashland. Tables sold out in 6 hours.
Yeah.
We already have a waiting list of 2, and more people are inquiring about it every couple of days or so.
Yeah.
So I was shocked.
Yeah, I have to agree. Well, sports updates I'm supposed to on. Yeah. I think we're gonna have to make a segment. We'll have to have a little fantasy football segment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was definitely floored when the Ashland show sold out in 6 hours. And I know that I was like, when it was like 8 tables left, and I'm like, we're down to 6, and wow, this is going really fast. So
yeah, there were a couple people we had to make phone calls to that because they don't have Facebook or they don't use Facebook, so we had to call a couple of folks, and that wasn't meant to be something where we were singling them out. They just simply don't use Facebook.
Yeah,
and they've been a big supporter of us, so, and we've supported them. That might be a possibility. I think in September we could do that.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
I think.
What's up, Manny?
I think we could do that. Uh-oh. You know who's in here now?
Manny?
Besides Manny? That guy that does cars in Maryland. And you froze again. Okay, well, we lost Brent there.
me and electronics do not get along.
We've got split screen Brent.
Whoa, that's weird.
Yeah, we'll say goodbye to that Brent. There's the live Brent.
Wow, I'm looking at 2 faces over here, and that's just freaky. Oh, okay, that's better. Yeah, let's not. I gotta stop pushing buttons. I'm always trying to do stuff down here on my phone, and I don't know how many times I've destroyed oh Lord, I'm sorry. But Manny, how's it going? Doing good over here.
Dave's in the house as well.
Oh,
I know he's hitting the like button a bunch of times, so
I don't know. I don't know. I never saw Dave come in.
I know he's hitting the like button.
Or was that somebody else?
No, it was Dave because it was his black Charger with the red stripe.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. Yeah, all I saw was a thumbs up. So
yeah, that's who it's liking. He sent about a bunch of likes, so I don't know. He may be up to something. That's never good. All right, so Ashland, we know it's sold out 6 hours.
Dave.
We might add a couple tables outside for some folks. I think it's a good idea, weather permitting. More the merrier, right?
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that? That was a good idea there, Hot Wheel Hunter. Dave, if you missed earlier, final round voting is Chevelle versus Cyclone.
And next year's already heating up. We have so far the donut car, the taco car, and
a gasser.
So there's 3 for next year. So that's nice. Yeah, Dave, you're always up to something fun.
Yeah. And let's see, Des Moines is the day before on the 18th. The executive committee voted, and we decided to do the 18th, 19th thing because we figured it would be the best way to not kind of extend everybody, making them travel 2 hours one weekend and 2 hours the next weekend. No.
Well, there we go. It's been suggested. So what year, Manny? I would have to think like an IROC maybe.
That's 85.
Yeah. Like an IROC or I mean, I just happen to have like I'm always a fan of this body style here.
That one's acceptable.
But this one here's a good one too. 67 or 85. So there we go. We'll have to figure that out. I'm gonna have to come up with something fun for next year.
Yeah. Okay. So Des Moines is gonna be a good, cool time. I mean, Stacy always and his fellows always puts on a great show. It's gonna be, I think, another sold out show. They keep getting more and more folks with that, and Stacy's gonna set up in Ashland the next day. So that's cool that he gets to come around. He gets to see how we do things. And I'm sure it's going to bring a few more Iowa folks over as well. So,
yep, that'll be a good time. Sorry, Manny. I'm going to have to go ahead and decline that. I'm going to have to keep that one. Sorry. Cyclone versus Chevelle. Might have a graphic idea for one of those. Very nice, Dave. As soon as we
proactive.
Yeah. I can't wait to see whatever you come up with, and we'll go from there. So, yeah. Sorry, Manny. I'm keeping the. And the thing is I have to find it. I have another one of these, but it's orange and blue. So.
That's a newsletter car, isn't it?
Yes, it is. That is the very old newsletter car, and I don't remember when they actually released these, because I don't think there's a date on it anywhere.
The great thing about the Des Moines show, it doesn't start really until 11 or almost 12, depending on how long the meeting goes. So you don't have to get up super early to be there and, set up, hang out. If you're a club member, you get to come in a little early and walk around and kind of see what people have previewed on their tables. So that's a really cool plus.
Mm-hmm.
And, as far as we go, the downside about doing the back-to-back is we won't be able to set up the night before on Saturday. But with the great help that we have in this club, we should be able to have the room set up in probably about 30 minutes and still have enough time for people to get their stuff set out, because we'll also help you bring stuff in as well. So,
yeah,
we don't want to see anybody fail on that. Okay. Good question. Do you think we should extend the voting out? Because it seems like the first two rounds of the voting happened in the first 24 hours, and that was it.
Well, we can extend it again. We could leave them open for another couple of days, or we can close that one and we can move on, and then leave it open for another. Leave the finale one open for a solid week and announce the winners next week on the show.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
We can probably get that set up pretty quick tonight.
I was going to say, we'll maybe open the polls tonight. As soon as I get done in here, I can get that set up. I was trying to schedule them so that they would kick off at like 8 o'clock in the morning, but I couldn't get that quite right. So they just go. We'll pin them to the top and make them announcements. So check the announcements section. They'll be pinned to the top. We'll bump them up every day or so with the comments so that they stay up at the top. Get out there and vote, folks. If you know a friend that's on the club page, get them to vote as well. We truly want this to be your car.
And if you hate both of them and you don't want either one of them, vote for the one you hate the least. I mean, your vote counts. Every single thing as it's up to you guys. We're putting it out there so that way you guys get a vote. We want you guys to be involved in the process because it's more fun for the club as a whole to be able to choose what car you've got. And like I said, I'm already scheming for my next, for the next year. See if I can come up with something cool for another entry. And I'm thinking, yeah, I mean, just get out there. It literally takes less than a second to just click one.
Yep.
That's all you got to do. Just click one. That's it. And your vote counts.
I mean,
go ahead.
No, finish up.
No, I was just to say, this is just like what I said earlier with the selections. There's 2,500 or 25,000 plus members in the selection or in the club and the RLC, but they normally only get around 4,000 or 5,000 votes for the selections car. And now, granted, here's a selections car. This wasn't the final choice. There was other choices that could be picked. And if there's 25,000 members, you get more people voting for different things. So, you never know. The Bone Shaker could have won if there had been more people that voted. So we really want everybody to vote and get their voices heard. So.
And even though we're saying get more people out there and vote, we're really happy with how many people that have voted, because it's been very consistent both rounds, about 75 to 80 folks voting, which is really good. Don't get me wrong. I didn't think we would have as much as that, not because any one thing. I just didn't know how it was going to work. So I'm encouraged by this, actually.
And I am too. I'm not saying that I'm displeased with the amount of votes. I'd like to see, there's 300 plus people in there. I'd like to see maybe break 100,
Yeah.
But I'm very happy with the amount of votes that we did get. Don't think that I'm not happy with that. So I just want to see everybody happy. So.
Yeah. Because honestly, my thing is I want to see everybody jumping up and down and have that same reaction that they had from the super van. That's what I want to see, because that what blew me away, just how people reacted to that.
And we still have people that are asking for the super vans, and we're not making any more of them. And we've actually had people that did not get a wagon that have contacted us as well, going, "Hey, if you've got any extras of these, everybody's very happy with the club cars, So I can't wait to see what this next pick's going to be, and then we'll get to sourcing them, and we'll get as many as we can, and we'll go from there."
And speaking of wagons, we will have those in Ashland. If you have not gotten yours, please reach out to me so that I can please reach out to me so we can make arrangements to pick those up.
Hey, no. We don't want to see you get punished. Dave, did you vote? Hey, at least it wasn't the Fair Lady Z. We can make that an option for next year.
Yeah, and I'll rig the ballot box for that one for sure.
Maybe get some Skylines with some big wings and.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm liking this already. Because I know what you can do with a Skyline. I got one of those around here somewhere.
Or better yet, how about a Daytona 500 with that big old wing?
No. That would be cool, but those would be not hard. Those would be hard to get a hold of. Lucky I can't curse on here.
Well, we heard plenty in Atlanta.
Yeah, we did. That was yeah.
Okay. Last thing I want to talk about for tonight, unless you have something you want to add here, Brent, there was a quiet little rumble that happened through the RLC pages here this Tuesday, and I don't think a lot of people picked up on it. Few people did. Few people made comments on it across various pages that I'm on. It was brought up on the C4 page. I want to say Wilberto Moreno brought it up, and I think Ed brought it up on our page too. Everybody was talking about how come the Raptor took forever to sell out. And there were a couple of things brought up. One, the casting itself. Two, the paint choice for it. The layout of the paint. And this other thing, the scammers can't get to it now because there's no secondary market for these cars, which I thought was the most interesting comment made out of all of that. So what do you think there, Mr. Brent?
I think that the way that they're doing the new RLC stuff, in my opinion, is kind of wonky. They're showing off pictures just like they normally do, but it seems like they're more now focused on they're like glamour shots with the cars, it's like, and I don't think that's necessary. One thing that I do have an issue with, it didn't seem like I don't know, because I don't know if it's just me or not, but I know for a fact that I don't read most of the time the page about the car. I normally look at the pictures, see how many there is, and see what it's going to cost. Those are the three things I care about with most of my castings. But the one thing that I think that I wish they would have made a little bit more known is that it's a Spectra Flame brown, tan, root beer, whatever you want to call it, color. And then the camo print is actually tampos on top of the Spectra Flame paint. So it I wish they would have made that a bigger, because this is legit. It's going to be a Spectra Chrome, car. But then, and I think once people get it in their hands, the people that didn't get one, when they see it, are going to be like, man, I should have got one of those.
Pockets.
Way off topic, but I don't know if if you don't know what Joseph's talking about, go onto the Hot Wheels Facebook group and look up. They did a cross promotion where if you buy a $5,000 electric bicycle, they will give you the new Rally Edition Ford Bronco, and it looks really nice. I really like the Bronco. I was like, wow, that's super cool. And then I was like, how much? And I saw the $5,000 price tag. And the only thing that comes to mind is a couple of years ago for the 50th anniversary, they did a Sparco steering wheel. And I know people that ran out and bought those. And now they're like, please take the steering wheel. So I ordered 7. Wait, if you got 7 of those bikes coming, man, can I buy a Bronco? Like at least $100.
I'll pay for the shipping and handling.
Yeah, on one of them.
But the bigger thing that I was kind of getting at, and the points you made were really valid too. I think we're gonna see that car is probably a lot better than what it was. The advertising or the hype up for it was that, I think there is a change going on in the secondary market. I think we're moving away from that hype, cars starting out at 60, 70, $80, and then dip and then go back up and never come back down. I think the ability to have, this pre-order stuff is helping. I think.
Well, just to piggyback on the pre-order stuff, they're calling it pre-order, but the Thunder Roller's in the mail.
Yeah.
We ordered that, last week?
Yeah.
And it's in the mail already. I was hoping they were going to be here today so I could rip one live. So guess what I'm ripping next weekend?
Ken Sleet said one of his Raptors was already in the mail too.
Yeah, and all the Comic-Con stuff I heard is shipping. I think that they are using the word pre-order to scare away the instant sellers, the guys that buy them and put them on eBay immediately. And as soon as they show up, they heard that they just slap a new label on it and send the thing off.
Yeah, I think the other part of it is that maybe there's some technology in there getting in there that's starting to work its way through to kind of combat some of that stuff too.
Yeah, that very well could be.
That's another possibility. Nick makes a great kind of echoes off of what you were saying there. I think the other part of it was I don't think people understood, like you were saying earlier, what this car was and what was done to it, how it looked. I'm sure the pictures, once you get one in hand, are going to be like, really? Man.
Well, and that's the thing. If you go back to like the Impala, the 64 Impala with the adjustable suspension, everybody thought that thing looked amazing on the page. But when you got it in your hand, it was just like, wow. I mean, it was a whole next level of the chrome. And that's the same style paint that they're used on the Bronco. They just applied the tampos over the top of it. So I have a feeling that once that Bronco hits,
you mean the Raptor?
Or the Raptor, sorry. I'm stuck on electric bike land. But I think that a lot of people are going to be upset that they missed out. And I think that the price is going to soar on that one. Or it could go the complete opposite way and we could all be wrong. And it's just not a popular casting that nobody wanted. But
yeah.
The only way the way we'll find out with that is whenever the Skyline comes up for sale. Because there's two, I know the first one's the 72, right?
Yeah.
The flat nose 72.
Mm-hmm.
I think that one's going to come up here sooner than later. When that 72 Skyline hits, we're either going to see an instant 4-minute sellout, or if it lasts for a few hours, then we know Mattel has got something right and they've gotten rid of the scammers. So,
or they found a way to combat them a little bit better.
This is true, because I don't know if anybody else, but I must have clicked the add to cart button about 65 times when I was trying to get it to work on Tuesday, and it would not go in. And I actually had to go back and get into another area and then click on that and then click on something else and then click on the Capicola thingy and then pick out the stoplights. And it was a process. And,
and that was the other thing is like everybody was saying they were having the same problems and same issues. And then all of a sudden it's like, boom, I'm in. And then there were other people saying, I didn't even have to go to the weight room. I went straight to put my information in. So I think it kind of caught a lot of people off guard, and it made people ask questions. Was it the paint? Was it the style of paint? What was it? Was it the casting itself? Did Mattel figure out something on
cube versus card?
Yeah, did they figure out something on keeping the flippers at bay? Who knows? And it's all really cool stuff.
One thing, if I can make a vote that Mattel probably would never hear, can we go back to the cards? The cubes are cool, but I want to see the card art. I mean, all you get on the cube is the word of what it is and maybe a little fancy color. I want to see that. When I get my room done, which is closer than ever before, I don't want to look at a white box. I want to look at the artwork and the car at the same time. So,
well, are you on the creations page?
Yes. Or are you talking to Joe?
I'm talking to Joe.
Oh.
I mean, Joe.
It doesn't matter what you type in Hot Wheels Collectors.com and it sends you to the creations page.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's all the same page anymore.
They just got pointers.
Yeah, everybody wants cards. I mean, like I said, I like the boxes to an extent because you can open it and you can look at it and play with the doors. But
Yeah, I've only opened up one cube, and that was to cut a rubber band off of a hood before it got ruined. But yeah, man, I agree. Cards are good. Brent's with you as well.
100%.
The last show we didn't really talk about, and I feel like we need to plug it because we're not really out anything by not supporting this, is the Square Body Truck Show is coming up August 28th. If you have Square Body Chevy diecast and you want to sell it that day, please reach out to us. We've been given tables. We can bring our own tables, in fact. If you just want us to sell it and don't want to be there, we can do that too. We'll come up with a dot system, and that way we know what's
or write your
what.
name on a Post-it note and stick it to the back of it, and we can make things happen.
But basically, it's square body only, 73 to 87.
Yep.
And then
and
lasers.
Yeah. Well, see, like I could bring these.
Yeah, and that's the great thing. It's any die cast, any size, as long as it's a square body Chevy.
Yeah.
No Apaches, no S10s.
Yeah, I got 3 square bodies right here. If I wanted to sell them, I could. But I don't want them because I bought these. These are mine.
So, I think it'll be unique to see how this works. We were an invited guest, so there's really no cost for us other than our time and gas to get down there. So, like I said, if you have a few square body Chevy pickups,
or if you want to come hang out, and we can we can put a little piece of blue tape on the table, and I mean, I got green tape. I got plenty of green tape and blue tape, and we can make a little line, and that's your section. If you want to come sell, if you want to bring 30 cars and set them out and hope for the best, it's a free show to sell at, but we're going to be sharing like 2 or 3 tables because I don't know about you, but I don't have a whole lot of square body stuff for sale. So
I don't either. Our main square body guy, Mr. PJ, I don't know if he's going to make it to that or either.
Yeah. You have a green RC square body. $5. It's worth a lot more than that, brother. Trust me on that one. One day I will own one.
Manny, that might be a good way for you to, get your name out there too. We will have, and we're going to have club stuff out there too. We'll have stickers. We'll have shirts as well. And we'll promote the Ashland show out there too. So, that's going to help the vendors out. Oh, yeah, them C4 guys.
Yeah. And I think what we should do is we should get a hold of the guy that did all those cars for C4. Yeah. We should have him ship us like 5 or 6 of them, and then we can hide them out on our tables and then let some of our members find them for free. But that's just what I'd say. But, you don't have to do that. I'm just messing with you.
What I understand, Dave hides them in Walmarts.
Well, but we could do that, but we could do that. Well, we could just send people to different corners of Nebraska
and western Iowa.
Yeah.
And north and southern South Dakota.
Yeah.
And just have them spread out there.
Yeah.
And then we'll return the favor. We'll do some of our own and send them out that way.
I do like the idea. It's just with the C4 guys, you guys are pretty closer together. We are so far apart. I mean, we've got a guy
to the closest Walmart.
I mean, for me, it's a 20-minute drive to the nearest Walmart, but I have two to choose from. Depends if I want to go left or right from the intersection. I got a Walmart, But for the Ashland show, we have a guy that is driving
5 hours
over 3 hours to come from North Platte, Mr. Landry. And if you guys didn't get to meet him at Norfolk, he is an amazing guy. I actually picked up a piece from him at that show that I've never seen before. So, and if I would have been paying more attention, I would have gotten some other stuff off his table, but I missed it because I was too busy setting up or doing something else, and I missed a couple of cool cars because he had some Revell lowriders that I didn't get a chance to get to purchase.
So, and that's the other thing about Landry too. He is trying to set up or establish a club out there. So if you're in that Western Iowa, Southwest South Dakota, Eastern Wyoming, Northeast Colorado, Northwest Kansas.
Hold on here. You realize you said Western Iowa, right?
Western Nebraska. I'm sorry.
There you go.
I know. If
you're within an hour of North Platte or more, and that's the thing. If Landry gets the show set up, I can see a road trip heading to North Platte because I got friends out there that I want to go hang out with on a Friday night, and especially we'll do it during the summer, so that way we can go out to the races and go out to the Lincoln County Raceway and go out and support the local track racers and stuff that I got, because I know guys that are out there racing tonight or tomorrow night. It's just a good time. So, yeah, good stuff.
Okay. That's all I got. I mean, we're going to do our Dmitry Shakamatov. Man, I butchered that.
You need to learn how to pronounce the name before we do the show on him.
Yes, I must reach out to our Ukrainian designer. Yeah. We're going to feature him. He's the dinner guest in LA. So we're going to have him. We won't have him on, but we'll do a little feature on him like we did for the last designer that did Atlanta.
Does anybody else have anything they'd like to talk about or anything else along those lines?
Yeah, we'll turn it over to you guys.
All 7 of you that are in here. And we appreciate you 7. You guys are diehards. So if you want to sit and listen to us yak for, an hour or so, and then the more feedback you guys give, it's just as much fun. We like to hear what you guys want to talk about,
Hey, we wouldn't even mind having a guest host.
Yeah, I could take the night off and I can just be the peanut gallery and sit on my couch. I like this idea. I have to sit down here and get blinded and get forehead glares and all that fun stuff.
No, I know Aaron said in his auction he's going to have a announcement of some kind for regional or the Midwest diecast.
Been a while since I've seen you guys on this show. I hope to see you soon. Yeah, Joseph, anytime, man. If you want, we can give you a heads up for the next date of the show, and we can kind of let you guys know ahead of time, and because you guys work. Yeah, or come down to Brad's show in Lincoln. That's another good one because I think that was the last time regionals was the last time we got to see you guys. So,
but yeah, you guys are anyone really, if they want to set up at one of our shows, they are more than welcome. When the post goes up, all they have to do is say, "Hey, I want X amount of tables." Well, 3 until the last week of the show. But
as a evidence of this last show, it didn't last to the end of the week prior to the show. So,
but yeah, anybody is welcome. I mean,
Terry. Hi, Terry.
All right, good night, Dave.
Night, Dave. So, if no one else has any things to talk about, should we destroy some cardboard?
Yes.
Busy with work, going to Missouri soon. Always on the road, never harm. It's work, racing, repeat. Yeah, I hear you, brother. Yeah, just think of all that money that you're even found Hot Wheels in the Sturgis.
We got to have Miss Terry. You got to do a report on Sturgis.
No, that would be Miss Deb.
Miss Deb or Miss
Terry's not
Terry,
a Sturgis.
hi.
Deb
Hi.
is.
Hi,
Hi,
Terry.
Terry.
We gotta have Reagan. We ran into Reagan last weekend, and Terry and Braxton and Kent down in Stanton for the Derby. We were there for another reason.
100 year of a farm, man.
Yeah, that was a big deal. But that was cool too to see the Derby. The '90s and newer stuff was really cool because that's pure carnage.
See, my buddy went to the Washington County Derby and didn't even call me. I did not know it was going on. And I'm like, what the heck, man?
Well, we didn't get to go up to Neely because we usually go to that one, and mainly because that's where my mom's side of the family's from. But I digress. Let's get into some cardboard damage.
All right. So what do you want to go first? Because I think yours is going to take longer than mine.
Okay, folks. 1 or 2. 1 or 2. 1, 2.
I'm going to go with 2. But since that's going to be a voting segment here for a couple of seconds, while we're waiting for the votes to come in, I'm doing 1 tonight.
There is no 3.
I'm going to rip the 41 Willys Gasser 2020 selections, the Wild Blue. It's about to be Wild Willy Free Willy Blue here. Yeah, it fell right off the card. That's not even a good door hanger yet because the plastic's still there.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Oh man. Woo! There.
Oh, it's even.
Got some COVID air. Got the good sea air in there. Oh yeah, that's pretty.
Oh wait a minute. Let me pull this comment down so you can see better.
Look
it's tied.
Look at that. No, Joseph just said 4, so I think that definitely.
I've got 1 for 1 and 1 for 2.
Well, I said 2, so there's.
Oh, so okay. Yeah.
Yep. There we go. There's the selections. Willys Gasser, and now I just have to rip the other 2 to go with it, and that will be coming up sooner than later because my basement has progressed. So, we just got another vote for 1. Mr. David Lawhead's in the house.
Yeah, Dave, I got some cars for you.
It rolls good. Got a little bounce in it, but not bad.
You guys are failing miserably. 1 or 2.
Okay, now we got a 3. I'm going with 2. But yeah,
this is fun.
There's closed.
Since it's tied, I guess we'll do both.
There you go.
So this was 1.
Ooh, Nissan set.
And this was 2.
All right, I guess you got to rip them both. So you're going to be here a while. So get the crack lacking. Anybody want to do a time? Oh, well, he just ripped the side of the box off. So that's the Gasser set, isn't it? You literally tore the side of the car up. Well,
there you go.
It ain't open yet. Get a car off of there, man.
Oh, that's too much work. We'll save that.
Exactly. What's show the bottom of that thing? Is it twisty ties or? Oh, good Lord, that is a lot of tape. Ooh.
That is a metric ton of tape.
Yeah.
Scissors will fix a lot of that, but we're going to save that for later.
Yeah. Well, you should tear it in half so they don't think you're going to put it back in the box.
Well, I kind of ripped the edge off of it, but fine.
Well, you remember this one?
Yeah.
I opened this one on a live show, and it looks like I never opened it again. And this is the funny part about it.
I know it's clamshell.
Yes, you can open the clamshell. You can remove the cardboard. You can take the car out of the package, and then it's like, ooh, I opened it, and then you put it back in the plastic.
Why did they did the tires wrong?
Why did they do what tires wrong?
David, why did they do the tires wrong? See here. We don't want to disappoint anybody.
Oh, there you go.
It's not going back.
No.
Okay. Well, there's one.
Okay. And then you put that back there. And then you put this back there. And you close the and guess what? It's brand new again. Yay. Sorry.
Good thing Robin's not down here. She'd be mad.
You do this every time that you rip something, and correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't you gonna rip a whole bunch of stuff tomorrow night?
It's either going to be tomorrow night or Saturday night or Saturday afternoon. Oh,
there you go, people.
Yeah, I'm going to hurt some feelings, and in fact, somebody kind of may have conned me out of a blown Camaro Gold Hot Ones, and his name Manny shall remain nameless.
Yeah, I got a really cool. Oh man, I should get that box out. Where did I? Oh, it's right there. I know where it is too, but I'm not going to go there tonight because I'm gonna send some pictures to that unnamed Manny character and really make him jealous. So I haven't seen that one in a while because they weren't white walls. They were the correct white walls for the dragon. Oh, so you mean there was a variation on the gassers? Whoops.
Oops.
Yeah, you see that face? That's oh wait, did I just do something I shouldn't have done?
Oh, I got the gasser variation. It's not getting opened.
Well, yeah, because that was the transport version.
Yep.
That's right. That's what it was.
So Derek Daly messaged me today. He's looking for a Pepsi highway hauler. I don't think he cares if it's the long logo or the short logo, and he was looking for the 80s Bronco Real Rider with gray hub is the one I have. It's red with the white top on it. So if you have either one of those, reach out to him either via message or at Ashland and see if you can help him out.
Saying, I know I don't have the Bronco. What kind of condition for the Pepsi? Like minty or?
Well, I would assume minty.
Okay, then I don't have one of those either. I might have a placeholder, but I don't think I have a mint one.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't mention that. I mean, if it was me, you know how I
Oh yeah. Like I found out that this one does not meet Kent approval because there's a chip in the rear spoiler and then the front splitter. So I'm a little on the hood.
What was the term that you came up with? Kent-worthy.
Yeah, Kent-worthy condition. And apparently he told me this one's not good enough for his collection. So
that one might just count. If that one were to ever show up at my house, it would be for very special reasons.
Yeah,
but it won't.
No. None of my Mad Max creation cars will ever leave my side because there's so many of them. That's the fun part. Because I mean, like I got these three here. And then I have the BMW 850i.
Oh.
And then I got a Mercedes behind me that ain't never going anywhere. So
no, that's a special one. Hey guys, that's all we got for tonight. We'll take any last little bits from y'all. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for being flexible on your schedules. I know we did this for 8. I thought I was working until 7. But it actually kind of worked out, so I'll let some of y'all catch Aaron's auction tonight as well. If he's still going on, go check it out, folks. You know.
And one last thing, I think they've got a few left. If you don't have your Braxton 55 gasser yet, I'm pretty sure that they'll be in Ashland and have a couple of these available. So get out there and get them before they're gone.
And before they become a super hot item, because Braxton's going to be going to blow up here soon.
Yeah, so. This is the Lee Allen Braxton, so you got to go get one. You're not going to get number 1 because that's this one. So good night, everybody. We'll see you next week. Have a good night.
All right. Bye.